Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. Tuesday the 4th of October, and I just want to say a huge thank you for everybody that has viewed this channel and that has subscribed to it. I am so close to that big 100,000 subscribers milestone. So I'm going to do one final plea. Please, if you haven't already subbed and you like my content, please do, and try and get me to that 100,000 subscribers milestone. It means that I get a very nice award from YouTube, and I'm very keen to get that. I'm incredibly proud of what we have achieved on this channel, and it's not just my achievement, it's your achievement too, because without you I am nothing. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. It would mean the world to me. Also, if you've got social media, how about giving it a little share? Every little helps, and I thank you from the very bottom of my heart. So on Saturday, a beautiful picture was released of the Prince and Princess of Wales and the King and the Queen Consort. And this picture was taken on the eve of the Queen's funeral. Now, a lot of people have said, oh my God, how can they be smiling the night before the Queen's funeral? Well, it doesn't have to be a sombre affair. You know, the funeral itself was incredibly sombre. But the night before, people can raise glasses and chink to her honour and her memory. Anyway, I digress. I thought it was a fantastic picture, and it showed exactly how the royal family are intending to move forward as a foursome, as the Fab Four, the new Fab Four. I really don't like using that particular phrase because it refers to the original Fab Four, and they were never Fab. It was only the Fab Two, and the other two can just bugger off to California. Anyway, it shows a royal family united and a steady course on where they want to go. A lot of media picked up on the fact that this was a clear sign that there is no coming back for Harry and Meghan. Well, we knew this anyway. And the whisperings of, will they come back? Is this now? Will they be part of the royal fold again? No, it was very clear in King Charles's speech. They are now overseas. Harry and Meghan overseas. And that was very, very clear. A lot of people, media especially, have said this shows that there's no coming back for Harry and this is the way forward. And rightfully so. And I'm glad that this picture was put out. It shows a family united and it shows the royals at their best. Now, we've known in the past, and I've commented on this many times on my channel, that often things happen in the royal family and then up pop Harry and Meghan a short while later to steal the limelight. It's happened on birthdays. It's happened on children's birthdays, which is appalling, to be perfectly honest. I did a video on stealing little Prince Louis's limelight, and I popped a link in the right hand corner. It is very well known with people that follow the royal family that when anything significant happens, like birthdays or an event, a very important event, something happens and Harry and Meghan steal the limelight, and this is no exception. This is what they put out last night. I say put out, the photographer put out last night, and it was 2 photographs from the One Young Summit. Now, bear in mind, this was 4 days before the Queen passed. Now, a lot of people would say, well, they were in mourning and you got the 10 days of mourning, so nothing could be posted. No, they know what they're doing. They know that this would take the limelight away from the royal family because they are well aware that anything by them will get attention. And that's exactly what's happened. I do find this photograph a little bit weird, to be honest. And it's reminiscent of previous photographs of them. She's in the forefront. He's in the background, sorry. Yeah, my brain just had a little bit of a fizz there, sorry. I did find this extremely funny picture on social media that compares her exact outfit to Wallis Simpson. And I think it's quite funny. She's very Wallace-esque, isn't she? But the timing is extremely important. As always, they have to go, well, anything you can do, we can do better. And the timing hasn't been missed by the royal correspondents. They've all picked up on it because they are well aware that this isn't the first time that they have done this. always trying to steal the limelight. And one would say, playing devil's advocate, well, they're well entitled to release this. Well, they are. But it still shows them as desperate that they had to release via their photographer. Why release it anyway? Why? Why haven't they got social media? Why release it via their photographer? It's weird. It just screams of thirst. And I still want to ask, why does Harry always have to be in the background? Why is he always in the background? The power pose for me is... look, I'm all for being pro-feminine. I'm all for being lady bosses. I love it. You know, I think it's brilliant. But this isn't the first time it's been done. And she's always in front of him. And I find it really, really bizarre that that's the stance that they go for. And it seems like he is subservient to her. And it's really bizarre, this complete competition that they seem to be obsessed with. And the timing of this photo release is so transparent. It is clearly a PR push for relevancy. But what you've got to remember is that these two had an invite to go and see the Queen, and they chose this event and other events over her. They must have known that she was not in the best of health, that she wasn't going to last very long. But you've got to remember that they chose this and put this out. Now, shows no shame really, just amplifies the fact that they didn't go and see her. Now look at this photo, and then you also look at the walkabout that they did with the Prince and Princess of Wales. It looks like two different women. Very, very strange. Why would two non-working royals want to release a photo anyway of an event that happened over 3 weeks ago? I find it all very odd. I also find it odd that they've photoshopped Harry's hair again. It just seems like a desperate ploy to make sure that they seem relevant when all eyes are on the new king and the new Prince and Princess of Wales. It's all rather desperate, really. And dare I use the word smug? There is a terminology called Dupers Delight, which basically means that narcissists who know that they've got one over you have this little smirk of almost triumph within their inner self. It's Dupers Delight. It's hilarious. And this is exactly, when I look at these photos, this is the phrase that comes to mind. Dupers Delight. She's not fooling anybody. And we've got to remember that Harry once said the click of the cameras gave him PTSD and he didn't like it. Well, clearly got over that, didn't you? If you actually have a look at the pictures of Harry during the summit, he looks incredibly uncomfortable. Why is she always grabbing his hand? I mean, I get that couples hold hands, but... it's so predictable, isn't it? Now, the photographer was Miss Anne Harriman, and he was the one that released it on social media. And if you actually have a look at his Twitter account, the comments on his post are hilarious. One of them says, "You seem to have given him a full head of hair," which is... I'm sorry, I can't. "You seem to have given him a full head of hair, which we all know is not real. Please try and be honest for once. You might just get a bit more respect." Yeah, well done, Carol. I agree with you on that one. And a lot of people are saying, do they not own an iron? Come on. Don't even have to iron these days. You've got steam irons, you know. It's quite simple. It's just, my mind is blown that yet again they have released a photograph 2 days after Buckingham Palace have released one of the King, the Queen Consort and the Prince and Princess of Wales. It screams desperation, and it's just all too transparent and really shoddy with the photoshopping and the hair and it's tiresome really, isn't it? They are now swimming against a tide of backlash from the Tom Bower book and also the Valentine Lowe book, which is due out in 2 days. They are no longer with Sunshine Sachs. Nobody really knows whether they dropped them or who dropped who, but they're not with them. But these 2 books that came out paint them in a very, very negative light. So they're gonna need some massive PR to really turn it around. So it really does seem like that they're trying to copy everything that the relevant royals are doing. And it's transparent, it looks desperate, and it's just weird. Why didn't they release it on their Archwell website? Why release it via their photographer of choice? It's strange, isn't it? the power stance, the staring at the camera, she's always in front of him. What message do you guys think they're trying to portray with these photographs? Do you think the timing is weird, or do you think it's so obvious time and time again that the royal family do something and Harry and Meghan have to copy? Is this a shot towards the royal family to say we're in control, or is it a desperate ploy to seem relevant? As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.